Hello everyone, I'm back. This is Talk Time with Cynthia. Today I'm coming. I have some more, a few more articles from Reader's Digest, and cause I love Reader's Digest, and I just wanted to share with you guys because I thought it was a really great story. So I want to share it with you guys. And some of the names I get kind of mixed up, so forgive me if I mix up some of the names, because my pronunciation or whatever. So, but I just it's not the names or whatever. It is the names, but it's not for the fact that I can't really pronounce them really well. But it's the story that really touches my heart, and I wanted to share with you guys. So, okay, here we go. It says cops were called to arrest a woman for shoplifting at a grocery store. Instead, they paid for her food. So, this is going to give us a better look on police officers, and they are not all bad police officers. We have good police officers in the world, and they do their job really well. They take care of us, and they make sure that we're safe and that no harm come to us. So they live by that I'm gonna say a mantra, but I'm sure it's an oath or whatever to serve and protect. So, which is this is proof of it today. So it says she couldn't stop thanking them for what they did for her. So I'm gonna just say the police officer's last name to keep it safe. So it says as temperatures approach 90 degrees in New York City last July 4th, three police officers ducked into a Whole Foods market to get something cold to drink. What they walked into was a heated human drama. Once inside the police, once inside the cops, Lieutenant Sojo and officers Cuevas and Riviera were approached by a store security guard who asked for help with a suspected shoplifter. The woman in question didn't have the look of a career criminal. She was obviously scared, and her cheeks were wet with tears. The cops peeked inside her bag. All we saw was containers of food. We didn't see anything else, Cuevas told CBS New York. I'm hungry, she explained quietly. Caught red-handed, the woman no doubt expected to be cuffed and hauled off to jail for the crime of being hungry while poor. But the cops had other ideas. We'll pay for her food, Sojo told the surprise the security guard. Sorry. There'd been no discussions among the three men, no need to see whether they were all in. It went unsaid. Instead, they picked up the woman's bag and escorted her to a cash register where each chipped in $10 to pay the tab. She would not be arrested today. All the woman could do was weep in gratitude, covering her face with a handkerchief, a handkerchief, and drying her eyes. She repeated, "Thank you, thank you." She wasn't the only one touched by this act of compassion. It was a very beautiful, genuine moment, says Paul, who was at the store. He was so taken by what he witnessed that he posted a photo on Twitter for all to see. But attention was never what the officers sought. They were driven by a far more common emotion, as Soto told CNN. What they look at when they look at someone's face and see that they need you and they're actually hungry, it's pretty difficult as a human being to walk away from something like that. Y'all see what I'm saying? This is who we are. This is who we are as human beings. And our police officers, let's support our police officers, because this, I'm telling you, this is who we are. Yes, we do. There's always bad apples in the bunch, but why don't we just don't focus on the bad apples? Focus on the good apples. There are good police officers. There are good people in the world. You hear me? And thanks to Paul for posting it on Twitter and for Reader's Digest to make an article of it. I am telling you, there are good people in the world. And like I said, you just have to be sensitive and just pay attention to people around you. Yeah, you might not be able to touch everybody, but it's people that like genuinely need you. And like she said, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. How do you, like the police officer said, how do you walk away from that? You cannot. Let's just be compassionate. Let's be loving. Let's be kind. Let's be a genuine American, because that's who we are. We are good people, y'all. We good people. You hear me? We are good people. And I just love that so much. So I love that so much. To see how we come together and how we do. And like you were saying, not only was the people involved in it was touched, but all the people around. So not that you're doing things for other people, to touch other people, whatever. You just doing things because it's just a natural human thing to do. But then other people will be touched. It is our duty to keep ourselves in a line so we are examples for other people. So our society and our world can become better, because the trajectory of the world today, guys, it's not good. But we can now, right now, in this moment, when we see opportunities to do good, reach out, reach across the great divide and be better and show forth our best self. Put our best self forward, guys. We can do this. Okay, so now I'm gonna find another story, guys. Let's see. So I'm gonna get another story for us, guys. But yeah, I thought that was amazing. And that just go to show we can't sit in judgment of one another, because I'm telling you, it's just that is really in need and less fortunate in us. And just because that we have what they say, you're one paycheck away from being like somebody on the street. I'm telling you, it could be you. So you just have to be the good that you want to see in the world. That's what I say. Be the good that you want to see in the world. And that's what those police officers did. And they didn't go and say, do you want to do it? Do you want to? It was like, it was unspoken that it was just something that they're in the place. Like I say, what's your purpose? I always say to myself, what is my purpose in life? What am I supposed to be doing? What was I created to do? I feel like those police officers are exactly where they supposed to be at. Those people, yeah, they're police officers, but they're people first. And I think they realize that, and they know that they are a human being first before being a police officer. So they kind of have like a healthy balance um you know, their natural self and their career as in helping people, so they're in the right place. So that's what we should do too, guys. Like, just make sure that we're in that space where God can use us. And I know you say, oh, okay, she's talking about God again, but and I'm a believer, and I don't want to overwhelm y'all with that sense of religion or whatever, but just let's be in a place where we could be used and be purposeful in the world. Okay, so I'm looking for us another article, guys. Okay, so where are we? So, I don't want to get something too. They got some pretty good stories, but then I don't want to get nothing too heavy. I want us to keep it. I want to keep it light. Okay. So, okay, so we got another story here. I'm sorry it took so long, but here we go. It says, uh-oh, what just happened, y'all? I clicked on something. You notice me and this computer, I'm not too computer friendly. Okay, so but anyway, I'm friendly enough that I know a little bit about what I'm doing. So it says this family keeps their community warm by chopping firewood for those in need. So, believe it or not, that might sound small, but that's huge, especially when you're in a cold place and you're an older person. I don't even know the story. Like I said, I'm just knowing the story along with you guys. Um, my phone is ringing. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. I'm coming right back. They go Calliope with you guys. So, and I'm back. And it says a family tradition of chopping wood together warms the hearths. It said hearths, but the hearts of other, but they got it spelled wrong. So it warms the hearts of others. So they have like a tradition. Cool. Okay, it says Washington is home to lots of trees. It is the evergreen state, after all, and lots of fireplaces and wood burning stoves too. But what if you live there and couldn't chop wood or couldn't afford to pay someone to do it? Luckily, Shane McDaniel and his twin sons, Harrison and Henry McDonald, 21, are happy to lend an axe. So let me go back up because I don't want to take credit for somebody else's. So, this is by Andy Simmons too. Pretty amazing, Andy. Okay. And it says Kyle Johnson for Reader's Digest. And then it says this back where I left off. It says the three men chopped truckloads of wood. then donate it to those in need. I want people who are burning cardboard. Now that just jumped. I want people who are burning cardboard because they've got nothing. Shane explained to HaroldNet.com, or someone 75 with no money who has a broken shoulder and can't cut wood. Come on now, Shane. I mean, he doing the dang thing, y'all. He said, I want the ones who need it. Okay? And then it says the idea started as a father-son bonding project, he told MSN.com. I had to cut wood with my dad. He just loved doing it, says Shane. Shane, Shane, right, y'all? Let me know in the comments if I'm saying it wrong, cause let me tell you. Okay, so then it says 48. Okay, so it says he just loved doing it, says Shane. So he's 48, a divorced father of 6. He wanted to pass along that feeling, so he and the twins spent the summer of 2018 like a clan of Paul Bunyans. The result was a great wall of wood piled up around their house in Lake Stevens, 35 miles outside of Seattle. Typically, it was 40 cords. A cord measures 4 feet high, 4 feet wide, and 8 feet deep. To buy that much would cost about $10,000. It was too much for the McDaniels. Yeah, of course I want to say McDonald's. Okay, so it was too much for the McDaniels to use themselves. And when the weather turned cold that November, Shane started thinking of others. He posted on Facebook, if you are in need of firewood and cannot afford it, in bold letters, y'all, please PM me, personal message, PM me if you know someone who burns wood and they're looking at a cold house this holiday season. Please help us help them. Please help me and my boys make sure no one goes cold in our hood. Okay? It's all about the hood. I'm telling you, that's my first video. Y'all go see it. It's all about the hood. It's not, the hood ain't a bad place. The hood is a good place. So anyway, the response was immediate. One man offered to donate a wood-burning furnace. Others raced over to Norman's, the mini mart Shane owns, with more wood for the pile. One woman noticed the photo of the buff McDaniel man in the Facebook post. I started to say that, but and started to feel warm in other ways. Please post more pictures of you in sleeveless shirts. I don't need the wood, but truly I appreciate the eye candy. So anyway, y'all, we talking about the wood today. The burning wood. So anyway, single mom Caitlin Ticer, 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 29, and her 4 young old and her 4-year-old daughter rely on a wood burning stove as their sole source of heat. So it was a relief to receive a truckload of firewood from the McDaniels before the holidays. To get that much wood brought me to tears, she told MSN.com. So much stress and anxiety is off my shoulders. I couldn't be more thankful. So that was really, really nice, guys. And you see what I'm saying? When you do good, it prompts other people to do good. Sometimes people be so busy in their life, so they don't really think about that because they're so busy trying to do whatever it is they're trying to do for themselves to keep their little corner going. But as soon as they see somebody else do it, then and if they have it, they immediately just be like, okay, well, shoot, he giving wood, let me give the stove, or and then a love story came out of it, I'm thinking, I'm not sure, but anyway, she was like, well, let me see some pictures with some short sleeve shirts on. But anyway, that's a whole nother story, y'all. Y'all know how that go. But yeah, so but yeah, I just really love this story too. I really love this story too because it's something, my ad or something popped up, y'all. So, but anyway, because it's just it's, oh my gosh, just absolutely amazing. I don't know, and I know y'all, I keep saying the same thing, but I love to see good in the world. I love to see change. People making a difference. People reaching out and touching other people. So, and I love to see that. And I think I have some more to this story. And then it says, not every recipient is as effusive, EFFUSIVE. Some aren't even friendly. It says, it's just not in them. Shane says, they are mad at the world and mad that they had to ask for help. They just have no other option than freeze. But Shane is okay with that. Giving is the reward, he says. It has nothing to do with how well it's received. It's about how much it's needed. See, let's give Shane a hand clap and big up, thumbs up for Shane. Big up to Shane. Just like, and I said that in a few of my videos, a lot of people don't want to receive it, and you can't let that get you down. Like Shane said, it's not about how much it was received, but it's how much is needed. People need it. People are ready to accept it. Yeah, it is hard to ask. So let us just be that person that don't have to let people ask. We see the need and fulfill the need. And that's what the Bible said. It says, if you still need, fulfill that need. And I'm not saying it in the exact words the Bible saying it, but it's in there. But and let that just be who we are. That our neighbors don't have to ask. And if they feel like then they have the courage to ask, let's be like, just be sensitive into their need and help out. Help out. And you're going to know who's genuine and who's not, because you're going to find those people who are not genuine too. But, and if you do it enough and build around it enough, then you'll know. And then at the same time, you don't want to stand in judgment of somebody, because sometimes we could be wrong too about being able to know who's genuine or not. So you just have to come from the heart. And a lot of times when you're coming from the heart, then you're going to be okay with it, and all will end well anyway, So that was nice of Shane McDaniels. So appreciate him so much for being that person to reach out to other people. So that's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. I wish I could show you guys these pictures, but I'm not sure if I'm able to show you the pictures. Okay. And then here's another one, and this is gonna be my last one, guys, because I just don't want to overwhelm you guys with too much. You know what I mean? And let's go ahead and click on this one. And this is also another Reader's Digest. All of these stories are from Reader's Digest. So, and which I heard that they was filing for bankrupt. So I mean, I'm not sure why they. I mean, I guess in a way because you know, life is tough for everybody, and sometimes it's hard to reach for somebody else when you feel like you're going through something yourself. And I think the best medicine is, like, when you're going through something, is to reach out to somebody who's going through something, whether it's the same thing you're going through or something different than what you're going through. It just feeds your spirit to reach for people and to be service unto people. We were created, believe it or not, God created us to be service of service one to another, believe it or not. And this one says, a firefighter was getting ready for bed, but a few minutes later ended up saving a woman from being hit by a train. Okay, and I know I said I didn't want to get too heavy, but I just want to show you our public service people in a good light, because you know, a lot of times, not so much the firefighters, but a lot of time our police officers get negative energy, and sometimes it's well deserved. I can't even front like that, but then I don't want the good ones to get lost in the shuffle. I really don't, because it's good police officers out there, and they do have dangerous jobs to do, so we just have to keep that in mind also. Okay? Okay, so, and then it says, he grabbed a flashlight and headed outside, still in his pajamas. Come on, y'all. This man is in his pajamas doing his job. Okay? Tell me he ain't in his purpose. I'm telling you, God has a purpose and a plan for our life, and just keep praying. If you feel like you haven't found it yet, you'll find it. You'll find it. Yes. Okay. Y'all finna get the real me today. I love y'all so much for sticking out, hanging out with me. So then it says, it was late. It was late, about 10:15 p.m. when Janice Esposito arrived at the Bellport, New York train station. So y'all, this is happening in New York. Got it going on. You hear me? Okay. Jumped into her Honda. Oh, this is on a serious note, so let me take it down, y'all. Let me start over too. I don't want to be joking around about something that might be so serious. So I'm taking it down, and I'm being serious, okay? I'm not joking, but I'm just saying I don't want to be on a level where it seems to be insensitive, because I would never want to do that, okay? So it says it was late, about 10:15 p.m. when Janice Esposito arrived at the Bellport, New York train station, jumped into her Honda Odyssey, and began the 20-minute drive home to her husband and 7-year-old son. She just returned from visiting her mother and had traveled the route so many times. She practically drove on autopilot, a left onto Station Road, then a left on Montauk Highway, and then wham, out of nowhere on that awful night of October 10th, 2017, a car T-boned Esposito's minivan, propelling her backward some 100 feet onto the railroad tracks. She sat in the minivan, bruised but mostly just stunned by the impact and by the vehicle's airbags. Um, as it happened, Pete DiPinto, DiPinto, DiPinto was getting ready for bed. He just closed his book and was crawling under the covers when he heard the high-pitched clang of metal on metal and shattering glass coming from not far outside his bedroom window. Isn't that something, y'all? A volunteer firefighter and retired teacher, DiPinto, 64, never stopped to think. He grabbed a flashlight and still clad in his pajamas, ran out the door. Any firefighter would have done what I did, he told my NBC5. We're always on duty. Come on now. Stay on ready. The first car he came upon 2,000 feet from his front yard was the one that had hit Esposito. Once the Pinto concluded the driver was okay, he looked around and spotted Esposito's minivan straddling the railroad tracks. And then he heard a gut-wrenching sound, the bells signaling at oncoming train. Can't even imagine what that must have felt like when she was, there. I can't even imagine. The gates were starting to come down. He told Newsday, I see the headlights of the train. DiPinto sprinted to Esposito's minivan and banged on the driver's side window. She just looked at him, her eyes unfocused. I don't know where I am, she said. She seemed unhurt. Honey, you're on the railroad tracks, DiPinto shouted. We have to get you off right now. He yanked on the handle, but the door was smashed in and jammed shut. The heavy diesel train, traveling at 65 miles per hour, was hurtling towards them. DiPinto ran to the passenger side and threw open the door. Please, God, don't let her be trapped, he thought. He pushed aside the deflating airbags, grabbing Esposito's arm and pulling her toward him across the passenger seat until he could help her out and speed walk her to safety behind a signal box a few feet away. Within 6 seconds, he estimates the train plowed into the minivan. It was like a Hollywood movie. Oh, I got chills, y'all. See the tear bumps on my arm? Oh, I got chills. DiPinto told reporters the next day, but this one had a twist. Last night, South Country Ambulance Chief Greg Miglino told CBS New York the hero arrived in pajamas, not in a fire truck. Come on, y'all. The hero arrived in pajamas, not in a fire truck. You heard? I'm telling you, this, you hear me? This is who we are. We're not some mean, racist, bigoted, just hateful people. We are people, are loving people. We are people who go out of our way. We are people who take this time to see people who are hurting, who are in pain. We are people that like will embrace you if you need to embrace. We are people who give kind words. This is who we are. So get it inside y'all heads. I don't care who told you what about yourself, but we are good people. This is who we are. Peel back the onions of life that's happened to you. Get to the real you of who you are and begin to let that person out and let that person experience the world and the goodness in the world and the bad that come. Let's turn our face away from and don't look at it and look straight into the goodness that we know that exists in the world. And I'm here with this platform to show you guys that the good that happens in the world. And I know y'all know it. Some of y'all, because you are some of these people that are doing these, and I'm pointing toward the computer. You are some of these people that are doing these things. So you know, y'all know. So just come together more often than not and just continue to do that good in the world. Sometimes it's going to be accident, and let it be on purpose. Find something every day to do good. It could be teeny tiny, small. And that's all I'm saying. But this is who we are. And just be the good that you want to see in the world. And that is the end of what I got to say. And I love you guys so much. Love you so much. And I appreciate you guys swinging by my channel, having a sit down to listen at me, talk with me, share your comments on things that happen with you and things that so I can share your story on my platform. I would love for y'all to come and share with me stories that you guys have of the good that you're doing or the good that happened to you in everything. And I so appreciate having this platform to be able to do this and doing my part in our society and hopefully the rest of the world to be able to make a change and be the change that I want to see in the world, because I want to see us change. I want to see us different. Okay? And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Like I said, thumbs up if you like me. And if you decide to give me thumbs down, let me know why so I can improve it upon this channel. And let's be respectful. I haven't had any disrespect, and I appreciate that so much. And I want to say, share with your family and friends if you think it's something that they want to see. Also, I like to just say thank you to one lady gave me a comment. She liked it, my doggy. That's my baby. And we love her too so much. She keeps me so much company since I've been sick for this almost a year. Let me see, January, February, March, April, May. It may be a year that I've been out of work. So, but she's been a company for me, and I love her so much. And she just a great dog, and she's a terrier Maltese. So she's a mixture, but it's a great mix. She's a little bit ornery, but she love so much. And also and I just appreciate you know, the comment I got, and I really appreciate her so much for stopping by and just letting me know that she's new to my channel, and I so appreciate that so much. Okay, so anyway, so I'm signing out now. Love you guys. Love you guys.